still down by around about 2/10, so it's not going to be an improvement surely from the McLaren driver, who's next going to be coming to the line. Two Haas drivers just starting their laps. It's Robbo actually coming through turn 15 in the V-Cup. He's up by 4/10 of a second. Could it potentially see him shoot himself up the order? Yes, he can. He goes up into 7th place. A brilliant final lap there from Robbo. We have a Mercedes now heading up to the line. That is going to be Free-Leg Gary. He comes into the pit lane. Kick Sauber is coming up to the line. That's Liam Doherty into the pit lane. Flume now coming up to the start-finish line. Where can he go? He dispatches his teammate from the front row of the grid. Raxi hasn't improved in the first sector and actually has aborted heat lap, so it's going to be a shootout for pole position here for the drivers that's still on lap times. Phoenix, what's he doing on his lap? He's aborted. He's won as well. He's gone into none mix, and unfortunately for him, he's going to start from the second row of the grid and not contest for that front row at the very least. And I think that is going to be the end of the qualifying session, except for the two Haas drivers who are still on their laps, Nanostar and McDonas. So Donas is going to be the furthest round of the two. Heading into turn 11 now is the Haas driver as he heads up the hill through turn 12. What we're going to see in the middle sector spec, he's trying to battle his way up into the top 10. He's up by half a tenth. This will displace his teammate from that top 10 position. But what is Nanostar doing? I can just see where he was in the sector split. So for McDonas, heading into the final corner now, he needs to get this oh so clean. He needs to just keep it uber cool under the pressure. Is he going to be able to break into that top 10? Can he beat his teammates to those top 10 times across the line? No, he loses time in the middle sector, and his teammate wasn't improving, so he could have beaten his teammate to a 10th place start, but unfortunately not able to do so. And that is the end of qualifying, and it's the man who started off this qualifying session so strongly. The debutant, Raxi, has got pole position here under the lights. He didn't even need that final run to cement his pole position. He could have just kept it on the first.
Let's have a look then. We've got Raxi at the top. Is he going to be the big replacement for Jensen? History has already been made, and that was in Season 10, the golden season. It's now over. It's time to fight once again. Can Raxi get on that top spot from the get-go? It's 5 red lights, it's lights out, and away we go. Raxi gets away well. Flume, not as well. He's now fighting his teammate, Liam Doherty, as we're heading to turn 1. Into turn 1, Raxi leads. We've got huge dives behind. Antonio Bove going for a move in the Alpine. He's going 3 wide into turn 1. It's competitive on the exit of turn 2 though. Flume ahead of Liam Doherty. Exotic getting past Funderino, with Phoenix having an absolutely miserable start. Going into the wall. That's Grosjean X. Who's that in the back there? I think that's Mayerte in the Red Bull. He's now in the wall. I think he might just be out of this race. He is still going and he is still driving, but Mayerte in the wall after a huge incident on the exit of turn number 3, and now he's sent to the back of the grid, packing. Raxi's absolutely clear by 2 seconds on the softer compounder tyre. Flume in P2, fending off his teammate. We've got side by side between McDonas, who's had a fantastic start, just getting ahead of Exotic on the exit of turn 10. It was fantastic for himself. The Alpine of Funderino also capitalising, getting through an Exotic as well. But so far, it's Raxi who leads by 2.7 seconds.
Raxi is flying on this opening lap. He's probably used a bit of his battery just to extend that gap over the rest of the field. As here comes McDonas to the inside now of not only Doherty, but he's had a dream gets away from 11th on the grid. He's up 8 places so far. DRS open now for the Haas driver. He's going to look to that right-hand side, and look at this. He's gone to the inside, and he's been able to get the move done on the brakes. Brilliant from the Haas man, as there goes Love Exotic as well on Doherty. Those hard tyres not working the way the 2 kick Saubers would have wanted, and for Exotic as well, he's also on the hards. He's been able to capitalise on them as well, so maybe it's just got them into a bit of a better window on that formation lap, as Nanostar going side by side with Robbo on the exit of turn 8. Is going to be able to come out on top of this one, round the outside through turns 9 and 10. This is bold by Nanostar if he's able to pull this one off. There's some contact made, and Robbo unfortunately has to back out, and that one is now squabbling with Phoenix. They're ghosting inside one another. That gap up at the top now 4.9 seconds. Raxi could probably break 10 seconds before the end of lap 6. on Magdonas in front, but further back there is Bove, maybe jinking out to the right-hand side. No, it's Phoenix, sorry, on Nanustar. And look at that from the McLaren. Really late on the break, locks the rear tyres to avoid Thunderino in front. And Nanustar able to capitalise on that and say, thank you very much. I'll take my place back from you. But Phoenix still fighting this one. He's using the batteries, put it to the inside line. Is he going to have to pull this one up into turn 4? He's going to have the inside apex, but of course, Nanustar will get the drive on the exit of the corner on the outside line. And he's able to keep the position. Really well defended there from Nanustar to just hold it round the outside.
As there goes Magdonas, little switch in that as well. So Magdonas gets back into P2. A mega first stint for himself. He's going to be over the moon with how this has panned out. Behind though, who's that? Bove. He's went round at turn 1 there. Rear's kicked out. Massive amounts of oversteer there. And we're going side by side with a Hash driver, Nanustar. And I think that was Exotic who's dropping positions. Going down the inside. It's going free wide momentarily. Is it? Oh no! That's Voiter's Louver. Went for that dive there on the rear tyres, bounced off them, and it's been spun round here in round 1 here at Bahrain. Voiter's Louver's luck is nowhere to be seen, but huge. Oh, moves galore. That's another move from Exotic, getting past Icky Robbo. We're still seeing moves all over the track as we're heading to turn 9 and 10. We're still side by side with Bove and Gary Freeleg, as Bove might have to back out of that one, but a huge incident on lap 7 as Voiter's Louver is down in P13. Bove with a mistake, down in P12. Voiter's Louver, he makes a move on Atom. We haven't seen many moves at turn 11, to be honest. And that's saying a lot because this race has been full of them in this midfield pack. But yeah, Voiter's Louver making his way past Atom. Needs to get through really as Phoenix has retired. And I think that's on track as well. But that is far from ideal. As he's probably not the happiest guy after that disconnect. Flume gets past Thunderino. 3rd race leader this season. There we go. Flies through on his return to fzrracingleague. He sets the fastest lap of the race. It's 29.7, and unfortunately for Ben Hoskins, which I think he still had his lap record, which was a high 29 or low 30. It has now been fully displaced. I don't think it'll probably be in the top 5 laps after this Raxi flying stint. But yeah, so far so good for Raxi. He's already catch up to the back of Exotic, as the rest still yet to pit from the top 5, and I don't think Voiter's even yet to pit as well. He's in behind. He'll be having a miserable race, to be honest, fighting for latter points. That's not where he wants to be. So close already to the back of Liam Doherty. This is absolutely lightning bolt pace. Already at the front, Thunderino and Flume trading that DRS once again. There's Raxi. He's already making moves on Liam Doherty. In behind now, Exotic and Ben Hoskins. Ben Hoskins just lets him go. And behind, as Flume gets a 3-second time penalty, that's going to be hugely effective when we get into that final stint, as Flume is going to be kicking himself when we get there. Unless he can get one time XC track limits removed, that'll be a huge instant there for Flume. But there goes Raxi, already passed into P3. He's only 5 seconds behind Flume and Thunderino. This stint could be absolutely electric. This could be a plus 20, 30 second win if he carries on with this pace. But anyway, at the minute, Liam Doherty, Exotic, Ben Hoskins all going to fight again. And Liam Doherty calls it into the pit lane. Exotic and Ben stay out another lap, and Ben's going to fly through. They both got DRS actually, because Liam was leading that pack. But there goes Ben Hoskins on Exotic, side by side into turn 1. He pulls ahead, so the Mercedes might just want to try and somehow work with Exotic to try and overcut Liam Doherty, which is going to be very hard to do at a track like Bahrain, as Raxi has breached under a second.
It's going to be actually someone else who has gone very under the radar here, Alex. Nanustar. I mean, now he's being overtaken by Flume on those soft compounded tyres. But if everybody else came in front of him, and actually Magdonas as well, the 2 Hash drivers with a very underrated stint here have just put themselves into at least a top 5 finish contention here. Have Magdonas and Nanustar, as unfortunately Nanustar's been overtaken by both the Kick Sauber drivers. But Magdonas up in 4th place once Valuva comes into the pit lane, and Thunderino as well coming for their stops. Magdonas will be sitting 2nd on the road. It's been a brilliant stint here from the Hash driver, and the two Hasses have really gone under the radar here, Alex, and have really pulled on a brilliant strategy and a brilliant performance. And even then, McDonald's isn't losing too much time to Flume in front of him, and it's closing in on Louver in front as well. So have some DRS down that main straight as Thunderino does come into the pit lane. So the Haas driver, who started in 11th place, is going to see himself on lap 21 of 29, potentially finishing the lap in 2nd place.
But both Haas drivers looking very good. Oh, it's down the inside. There goes Thunderino on both of Voiters Louver and McDonald's. That was a huge dive heading into turn 10. Now McDonald's is going to be under all sorts of pressure after that dive and that compromised exit. As down the inside goes the kick Sauber Flume as well. He's going to get past Voiters Louver. McDonald's in between all of this. He's now going round the outside at turn number 11 into turn number 12, as it's now a huge move down the inside for Liam Doherty. He lunges from a huge margin back on the softer compound tyres. Got to remember that with the higher grip levels, as McDonald's finally dispatches Voiters Louver, but Liam Doherty, Flume and Thunderino all getting through. That turn 9 and turn 10, turn 11, that sequence for McDonald's has not exactly gone to plan. He got stuck behind Voiters Louver, and that's allowed them free to get through. Huge squabbles, and this podium place is definitely up for grabs.
And at the minute, Thunderino is just keeping everybody behind at arm's reach, as there's a fastest lap there for Thunderino. And Gary Freeleg has retired on the road, unfortunately for him. He's not had a crash, I don't think, as McDonald's has been passed by Ben Hoskins. And here comes Exotic to the inside of Louver. Brilliantly done from the McLaren. Next on his list as well will be McDonald's, and surely he'll get the move done up into turn 4.
Flume 18.2 behind. Thunderino also, he's finally going for that move. It is lap 29, the final lap of Grand Prix racing here in season 11, round 1, Bahrain. It's been a while since we've done the Bahrain Open. I think it was 2 seasons ago, but Flume and Liam Doherty, Liam Doherty 4.1 behind Exotic. He's going to make the move on Ben Hoskins. Ben Hoskins, can he fend back on the run up to turn number 4? We'll see who's got the DRS. It's not Exotic, it is Ben Hoskins. We'll ride on board with Ben Hoskins. He's too far behind. It's 3.5 tenths, so I think Exotic might just keep that one. McDonald's, he's going to keep P7 as well. He's just not going to be able to fend on that older hard compound tyres, but he's done a very impressive job to keep there. It's been a huge race as fzrracingleague has got rid of the big historian, the big man, 2-time champion Jensen Ralston, the new GOAT of fzrracingleague. But now we've got a new face of fzrracingleague, the dominant win, 17.5 seconds. It was huge for Raxi, 2-time race winner already. He's already won 2 in a row, and this season it could get ridiculous. Raxi, what a race, what a battle. Thunderino, he's going to come across the line in P2 as well. Crucial for himself. It's been a very impressive race for Thunderino to get P2 today, and that's exactly what I wanted from P7 on the grid. It's been very good on the race pace. Flume P3, and very well deserved. It's Kick Sauber 3-4, which I've never thought I'd say in my whole lifespan. But Liam Doherty, very good pace today in qualifying and in the race. P4, huge job for himself. Exotic, very impressive race in Tier 1 in the opener for Season 11. Gets P5. McDonald's, what a race for himself in the Haas. P6, as Ben Hoskins actually got overtaken there by McDonald's. So yeah, huge job from himself. As I don't know if Ben had a penalty actually. But Nanu in P8, very good points for Haas. Icky Robbo gets P9 and does get past Antonio Bove, who got the final points. But what a race, and what dominance by Raxi.